Hello friends, in this session we'll discuss about a case study. A 30-year-old male laborer working in a stone crushing unit attended medicine OPD with history of fever and cough with purulent sputum for the past 3 months, associated with loss of weight and loss of appetite and cough with expectoration. Gram stain of sputum sample showed normal commensal flora. WBC count and erythrocyte sedimentation rate were raised. Chest X-ray showed presence of cavity in left upper lobe of the lung. ZN stain smear of the sputum sample showed presence of AFB. Serum was positive for HIV antibodies by ELISA. Diagnose the condition. Okay. So first, just let us focus on the points given in the case study which hints towards a particular organism. First is the patient had fever and cough with purulent sputum since 3 months. तो fever and cough of long standing duration हुआ, ठीक है. Also loss of weight, loss of appetite and cough with expectoration. Then gram stain was performed from sputum, but it did not show any pathogen, means only commensal flora were seen. So that is also a hint that gram stain could not detect the pathogen, right? Because Mycobacterium tuberculosis is not detectable in gram stain but by ZN stain. WBC and ESR were raised. Chest X-ray showed cavity in left upper lobe, and ZN stain showed acid-fast bacilli, and the patient was HIV positive, right? So all these features are basically hinting towards Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and the most probable diagnosis is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. फीवर कफ ऑफ लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग ड्यूरेशन है और AFB है, लेफ्ट अपर लोब में कैविटी है, ये सारे उसके इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स. लॉस ऑफ वेट, लॉस ऑफ एपिटाइट, वो सब. फिर सेकंड क्वेश्चन है डिस्क्राइब द रीसेंट मेथड्स फॉर डायग्नोसिस ऑफ द कंडीशन. रीसेंट मेथड्स में तो PCR and other nucleic acid amplification methods. Example, Ampiclor M tuberculosis. तो न्यूक्लिक एसिड एम्प्लीफिकेशन मेथड्स है वो रिसेंट एडवांसेस में इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है. Various kinds of nucleic acid amplification methods have been used now. They are being used in the recent times. Then besides this PCR and other nucleic acid amplification methods, automatic radiometric culture methods are also there, like BACTEC. Automatic radiometric culture methods like BACTEC. Then there is one method known as SEPTICHEC. SEPTICHEC is a rapid method. It is non-radiometric. It is a biphasic broth-based system. It is also used for diagnosis of tuberculosis. Then MGIT, Mycobacterial Growth Indicator Tube. Mycobacterial Growth Indicator Tube, MGIT, is also a method used for diagnosis of tuberculosis. In MGIT medium, all types of clinical samples can be tested except blood and urine, and there is a fluorescence used in this method. The fluorescence sensitive to oxygen, presence of oxygen is there. So initially the amount of oxygen in the medium will be more, and that will quench the fluorescence, and as organisms grow the oxygen will decrease and the fluorescence will be able to be detected. Example of this MGIT system is BD, that is Becton and Dickinson's BACTEC MGIT 960 system. Then there is one method known as GeneXpert. GeneXpert is also a new method, new test. In GeneXpert, they detect if the person is infected with Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and also if there is resistance to the common drug rifampicin. GeneXpert is a molecular test in which the mechanism used is CB-NAT. CB-NAT is CB-NAAT, that is cartridge-based nucleic acid amplification test. Cartridge-based nucleic acid amplification test, that is CB-NAT. CB-NAT is the mechanism which is used in GeneXpert. It is an automatic diagnostic test, and CBNet में कैसा करते हैं, they first concentrate the Mycobacterium tuberculosis in the sample, and then they isolate its gene, then amplify it and detect it by amplification, and they also identify rifampicin resistance inducing mutations using fluorescent probes. So these were all recent methods for diagnosis of Mycobacterium tuberculosis. I just repeat the names: PCR and other nucleic acid amplification methods like Ampiclor, M tuberculosis, autometric, radiometric culture methods like BACTEC, then SeptiCheck, then MGIT, and then GeneXpert, which uses CBNAT method. Then third question is, discuss the antibiotic regimen for treatment of the condition. So antibiotic regimen is as per RNTCP guidelines. You can find it in medicine books and PSM books, so from there you can refer. The fourth question is, describe the vaccines available against the disease. So vaccine available is BCG vaccine, Bacilli calmette guerin vaccine. In this vaccine, M. bovis is used. M. bovis strain, live attenuated Mycobacterium bovis strain is used, and it is available in two forms. One is lyophilized form and one is liquid form, and generally the lyophilized form is used commonly, and 0.1 ml of the vaccine solution intradermally is given for vaccination. And it has been observed that this BCG vaccine has a variable protection level. It has shown to give good amount of protection in some people, and it has shown to not give any protection also in some people. So the protection range offered by the BCG vaccine is highly variable. So with this we end this case study about Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Thank